What is up, guys? It is Tony here, and today we are doing a quick little video basically looking at this poll from Runescape 2007, the old server. And the reason why I'm going to really quickly go ahead and do this is because I feel like it's a good time for me to really quickly talk about what's going to be happening on this channel in the future. As you guys know, most people right now are going back into their classes for the school semester, the spring semester, and I am doing the same. So because of that, I have been a little bit busy with getting my classes in order, and I'm also taking more credits than I usually take. I'm taking about 19 credits this semester, so I may not be able to create the content as frequently as I used to over the break and back in August when I was doing packs and stuff like that. But it doesn't mean that you won't see any videos. I'll still try to get as many videos up in a week. Now, I am going to actually cancel one of the two Quality Time series, specifically the Minecraft one, because the Minecraft one sort of fizzled out very quickly. And actually, we're going to replace it with Runescape series every week on Wednesday. So every Wednesday, you're going to see videos from me on Runescape, and you might also see videos on the weekend of Runescape. So I might do like updates on the weekends, and then maybe Wednesday I'll do some video where I screw around with Nick, and I might even do a brief update at the beginning of the video on Wednesday. So that's pretty much it as far as the schedule. You'll still see gaming computer builds. You may not see one this week. This is probably going to go up in place of a computer build, but next week we'll start up computer builds again, and everything is going well with all of the other series pretty much. So today we are looking at the old school feature poll, number 15, which is something that I'm kind of interested in. I think this is the first step that Jagex is really making towards making the old school servers a more viable option of a game to play in the future, because they're adding things to this game that really haven't existed before. They're adding new creative content that'll make this game more of its own entity, rather than just being a recapitulation of an older game that used to exist. So I think this is very cool, and I'm very excited for this update, and I wanted to really quickly just go through my thoughts on some of these questions. You know, this is basically just an excuse to make a quick little Tony Talks type of commentary, because I had to get some of that information out. But let's go ahead and go ahead and look through this real quick. So it says, would you like to upgrade the wilderness to the basic level as featured in the... Upgrade the wilderness to the basic level as featured. What do they mean by that? Like, in general, just am I okay with the update? I guess yes. Should we... Oh, wait. So basic level, is that like a different type of leveling system? Not even sure what that is. Might have to look into that. I'm just going to vote yes for now. This is on my account. I also have a second account right now that I'm going to go vote on afterward. Should we stop players from teleporting out of the KBD layer? I think that's a good idea. I think it'll make PKing a little bit more interesting. It'll make it more difficult for people to kill the KBD. But at the same time, I don't know if I'm a big fan of that, because the KBD really doesn't have any good drops. I mean, the only thing it really drops is the Visage, and the Visage is pretty rare. But I heard they're going to add the Dragon Pickaxe to the KBD, so I think that's a good idea. Should we add 3 new rune rocks to the Ice Plateau? Yes, definitely. I think there should be a lot more rune rocks. I am planning on getting my mining to 85, and right now there's pretty much nowhere to mine except for that one place in the wilderness. I think it'll just be interesting to see how that works out. Should we add the Fountain of Rune? Oh yeah, this is a really cool idea. The thing where you can just use any spell you want. I think it's a good idea. I don't think you get wilderness from it, though. Or wilderness. I don't think you get XP from it. Wilderness from it. Once we have solved the issue of luring players into the wilderness using the trade windows, should we remove the wilderness ditch? I think this would be cool. I think it'd be cool to have that old nostalgic feel of just being able to walk straight into the wilderness. I miss that, so I'm going to vote for that. Sure. Should we add a dungeon of God Wars creatures to the wilderness? That's weird. What do they mean by God Wars creatures? I'm guessing they don't mean bosses. They mean like spiritual mages and stuff. So that's kind of a cool idea. I think that's what they mean. So in that case, sure. Should a player be able to see how many times they have been killed in the wilderness? That'd be awesome. Or how many they've killed. Yeah, that'd be sweet. Definitely, yes. I'm not even a PKer, and I think that's a cool idea. Should we replace red dragons with lava dragons in the wilderness? Oh, I see. So because they're adding a new drop table, and because they're giving it a Visage drop, they may be considering making it its own unique entity of lava dragons, because it doesn't really make sense to just have red dragons that drop different things. I think it's a good idea. Upgrade the red dragons to lava dragons. I think that's a cool idea. It makes it a little bit more unique, and it'd be cool if they have like that animation like on the fire cape. So yes, if lava dragons enter the wilderness, should you be able to get 3 times the amount of XP if you bury their bones in the lava dragon isle. Well, burying bones doesn't really give you much XP anyway, so I think that's fine. I mean, it's probably going to be very similar to just using it at an altar. Should revenants be added to the wilderness in the graveyard of shadows? Well, revenants I'm okay with. I'm just not sure what they're going to drop. I wonder if they're going to drop like Statius or anything like that. I wish they'd elaborate more on that. I think they probably did in the old developers whatever it's called. But I think renovants would be fine. If renovants are added, should the graveyard of shadows become a multi-combat zone? Well, that would mean you'd get pretty much ganged up on if you were killing them. I don't know, man. I think that's the first thing I'm going to vote no to. Because I really don't like the idea of anything being multi, to be honest, when you're just on your own killing something. I mean, this is a situation where well, also that would mean you can gang up on one renovant. So if there's very high-level renovants, you could go with a team, I guess. But it would also mean if you're soloing renovants, you would just get teamed up on, which is how it used to be, but I don't know, I never liked that. So I'm going to put no. Some people might disagree with me on that, but whatever. Should we allow players to attack? Wait. Should we allow players to be able to attack other players in a single-way combat area, even if they're... Yes, this is a really good idea. I think that this is actually pretty fair. As long as this multi-combat zone isn't a thing, I think this makes sense. I think that you should be able to attack someone if they're getting attacked by a NPC. I think that makes sense. Yes, single-way combat area. There you go. Should we remove 10 worlds from the world list to boost activity on other worlds? Now, some people are disagreeing with this. Some people really think this is a dumb idea. But I actually kind of like the idea of it in a way, because I feel like there's a lot of worlds where there's just like no one on, and you could pretty much get away with doing whatever in the wilderness. And I've taken advantage of that, sure. But I also feel like I shouldn't be taking advantage of that. I feel like I'm playing on like my own little private server, which is kind of cheaty. So I think that this should happen. Even though I'm not a huge fan of it, it's going to make my gameplay harder. I think it's worth it. I think that it'll actually bring back the feel of the game when there were 300,000 plus players on at a time. Should tradable, well, not fully, but I mean, I think they should reduce it even more than that, to be honest. Should tradable items be visible, become visible immediately to all players if their owner chooses to drop them on the ground in the wilderness? Visible immediately. Wasn't that how it was at one point? Or on RS3, I think? I think that's fine. What's wrong with that? I thought that's how it was already. But okay, yeah, sure. I'm okay with that. Should the Cave Kraken Slayer creature drop a new level 75 staff with a built-in spell for use against monsters? The spell is 20% faster than normal spells with a max hit of 20 at magic level 75, rising to 28 at level 99. So it's just for PVM. So I don't see any problem with that. I'm a PVMer, so I think that's a good idea. It'll make magic more useful for PVM. Actually, that'd be really good at Dagoneths, wouldn't it? Should we increase the alch value of Bando's armor very slightly to make it protect on death? Oh yeah, that's a very good idea. That is a very good idea. Should we add a level 10 agility shortcut to shorten the routes from Varrock's West Bank to the Spear Tree? Absolutely. That would be amazing. Please do that. Should the run energy icon near the minigame toggle your run? Yes, definitely. I thought it would do that. Quick prayers? Yes. Yes. We need quick prayers. That'd be sweet. Should the health icon near the minimap allow you to cure poison or cure disease when you click it if you have the suitable items in your inventory? Sure. I don't remember it ever doing that before. I guess it's an interesting idea. I mean, I'd rather just click on the potion, to be honest. Should we increase the cooldown time on our minigame teleports to 1 hour? Minigame teleports. Why? I don't think so, no. That's kind of silly. Should the God of War's dungeon altars give a message stating how long? Yes, that's a good idea. Man, there's a lot of questions here. If you are in a chat channel when you log out, should you automatically attempt to rejoin on login? Yeah, that's something that really bothers me too. Should you have the option to pay some Slayer points to unlock Mithril Dragons as a new task from Duradel? Yeah, I thought it already was a task. I guess not. Should you have the option to pay some Slayer points to unlock Avances? Yeah, sure. That's a good idea as well. Alright. Well, I feel like that get kind of annoying. I guess you have to unlock it. Because I don't like Avances, personally. Should we add new channels to the minigame grouping panel for finding Black Arm? Oh, that's a good idea. Yes, I thought this was all about wilderness. This is good stuff here. Should we add loot broadcast to the Caliphate Queen? Yeah, definitely. So basically bringing the God Wars feature over. That's cool. Should watered saplings have a W? Yes, they should. Absolutely. I'm actually dealing with that right now. I'm planting trees for the first time, getting my farming up. Should the total level box on your stats interface have total XP? Absolutely. We were just talking about this the other day, me and Nick, how you can't see your total XP. Should we add 24? Yes, you should. Add more than that. Just make it unlimited. What's the big deal about having a unlimited bank space? What's wrong with that? I don't see anything wrong with it. All I know is it's just very annoying, and adding 24 would be awesome. So let's vote, and I want to see these results real quick. So, okay, so yeah, everyone likes the rejuvenating thing. Oh, people don't like the teleporting thing. I think it's 75% or higher they decide to do it, but sometimes they'll do it under, depending on how close it is. Something just fell. What was that? I don't know if you guys can hear that. Should we add 3 new... Yep, they want that. That's good. Fountain of Rune. Kind of a little controversial, going down towards 75. Once we have solved the... Okay, some people don't want the ditch to disappear. That's reasonable. Should we add a Dungeon of God Wars? Some people aren't big fans of that, but still 77. Should a player see... Okay. People like the Lava Dragons. That's cool. People like the extra XP. People do not like the Renovants for some reason. I think it's because it might add in Stadius and Vesta. And because of that, I'm not a big fan of it either. But I didn't really read in on that. I actually voted for yes, so well, that's kind of weird. And apparently people agree with me on the multi-combat zone. So that's good. I guess I'm not too controversial on that. Should we allow players to be able to attack other players in a single combat? That's a little controversial too, so I guess that's not going to go through. There's a good chance it won't. Should we remove 10 worlds from the list? That's kind of controversial. Well, you know why I think people don't like this? Let me put my little spiel on this. I think people don't like the idea of removing worlds because I think a lot of people subconsciously feel that this is a sign that the game's dying, that there's less people on the game, and that they're slowly removing worlds, and before we know it, there'll only be like 5 worlds left. And, you know, it is I kind of get that feeling as well, and I feel like some people subconsciously think that's what's going on. But I kind of feel like they're just doing it because they're starting to realize the spread is too wide. And yeah, there is less people playing the game, obviously, which is why they're doing updates like this whole freaking thing, to try to add more people into the game or keep them in the game, keep them excited about new updates coming out. Okay, so 62% for the drop thing. I guess that's reasonable, okay. Probably because people drop their food when they're switching over to a two-hander. Okay, so apparently the staff is pretty popular. I mean, it's just a PVM thing. I don't see why people would be mad. And this is a good one too with the alch value. Oh yeah, the agility shortcut and all of the toggles really high in votes. And some people don't like this for some reason. I mean, it's a weird thing. I get that. It's not like typical, but I mean, it doesn't really hurt the game in any way. Cooldown timer, less people not many people like that. Okay, God Wars Dungeon, altars, messages, chat channel, all stuff that's just gonna overwhelmingly get a lot of votes. Yep. Good. This is good. This is very good. And yes, 98%. I mean, with votes like this, for people wanting spaces added to the bank, when you have this many people doing this, dude, just add like 100 spaces. Just do it. No one really cares. No one really cares about how many spaces someone has. I mean, I really don't think like it makes a difference at all. I mean, you know, if you guys think it makes a difference, go ahead and leave a comment below, I guess. But that's pretty much it. That is my quick my ass. It's been pretty long, actually. Video of this new poll. I just wanted to really quickly just go through voting it and give you guys my opinions on some of these things, and urge you guys to go vote as well. Tell me what you guys disagree with, what you agree with, and yeah, more RuneScape videos coming soon, and I'll see you guys next time.